Could you be the face of a rebellion or the Mockingjay? We're here tonight at Brennan Theaters watching Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. That's right, end of a franchise. We gotta break that up into 2 parts. Let's get this underway. Starts with Katniss. You all know her, you love her. She's the girl on fire, the sassy archer. But really, they kind of dumbed her character down. You know, after you watch the first one, the second one, you get to this one, I was under the impression she was gonna be more pissed off / shell-shocked. She was just kind of whiny through the whole thing. Really, her most dramatic thing you saw in the preview with the that was it. She gives that speech, like it was in the, you get part of the preview. I got chills. I was like, ooh, it's going down. But then did not go down and it kind of like pumped the brakes and then we went a different direction. I know they're laying all the groundwork, okay? I do like what they're doing with it though. I got my first one, I got my second one. Like, okay, I can see there's a lot of problems with the government. Things aren't working. We get to this one. Now we're gonna flip the tables and we're taking back Pan Am, AKA America. This is better than Twilight, okay? Whatever they were doing, not right. Hunger Games is getting it right. You generally like all the characters. I do feel some characters maybe got shoehorned in there a little bit and you want to know just a little bit more about them because they're there for the whole thing and you don't get much to give you like a 2-sentence explanation. I'm pretty sure I've read the book, I know more about it. Graphics were good, the story was good, the music set the tone for this thing like hardcore through and through. The like the monk Oz and the tones. You're kind of like, I want to cry at some of this stuff. You're like, that's really emotional. Go see it, I recommend it. It's a 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I wasn't bored. I never really had to be like, what the time is it? I'm getting tired of this. I'm excited for the second one. I'm a little pissed off I have to wait a whole nother year. Harry Potter did it in 6 months. Why can't we do that? To see what the other tributes had to say, let's check that out right now. Hunger Games, bro. Want to know, part 1. Let's talk about that.
I enjoyed the movie quite a bit. Didn't feel like it was over 2 hours long. I enjoyed the ride. My only issue is the way they portrayed Katniss, and I can't really go into it. I don't know how she was in the book. She just got a little too whiny for me. She didn't seem like someone that was PTSD or battle-hardened. She seemed like someone that was whining and crying all the time. There is a difference. So that kind of bothered me. I expected to see something like you would see from a soldier from war, but it's not bad enough to ruin the movie. I still enjoyed every second of the movie, the twists and turns, not having read the book. Everything was a surprise for me. Luckily, I knew, obviously, with the part 1 in the title, there was going to be a part 2, so the cliffhanger didn't really blow me away. You find yourself guessing, are they going to end it here? Are they going to end it here? Are they going to end it here? Oh, they're going to end it here.
I was like 4 different times. Black.
Yeah, you
We're
just
back!
assume, because there's so much it tells you, so lots of surprises.
I thought the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 was pretty good. I've seen both of the Hunger Games, and I thought this one was the best so far. I'm very excited for the second part. I can't wait. Kind of mad I have to wait a year though. Katniss seemed like a little like, you know, not all there. The other one, she was more in the action and stuff. This one, she was just all about the speeches and just getting the message out there. But I see what they were doing with that.
Propaganda.
This was the least accurate adaptation from novel to screen, but I enjoyed it nonetheless because I'm a Hunger Games fan. It was kind of off-putting that they didn't start it out the same way that they did the other books and whatnot. The other two were so true to the story, they only left out a couple things and they didn't, they changed it a little bit, not too much tweaking, but just enough. For this one, there was a lot of tweaking. There was a lot of, we're gonna put this, it wasn't in sequential order of the book. It wasn't, yes, they still put it in there, but it just, for having read the book, it didn't make it feel the way that it should have. I'm really happy that some parts of the book that I think that were the most powerful parts of the book were actually kept true to the screen. There were people next to me who were shocked by what was going on, and I was like, oh, saw it coming.
I read the book.
Read the book, came out.
I never read the books. I've seen these previous films, and I gotta say, we've come a long way with these characters. I never would have imagined it would have come this far. Like I said, I'm not associated with the books, so I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just amazed at how this has escalated from a Hunger Games thing to a full-blown revolution. So I'm enjoying this ride, and I can't wait to see part 2. Acting was good, visual effects were good. This is a little slower pace than the previous films because it is part of the 2-parter. It's going to be a little slow, and it's what I expected. If I had a complaint, that would be the only complaint, is the pacing.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it and why?
I give it 8.5 out of 10, but that's only because of the pacing. If the pacing was an issue, I'd probably give it an 8 3/4.
Now you're getting super mathematical technicality here.
Mathematical technicality. Yeah. Mouthful, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
For accuracy to play-by-play of the book, it's very low, but for the overall story and the feel of getting all the information, it was still very high, so I would still give this a 9. If you've read the books and you're a fan of the Hunger Games, it's definitely high.
I'd give it probably like a 9. I like how it was all set up. They're getting it like set up for the next one. They're not leaving you like stuff like you're gonna be like puzzled about and stuff. They're giving you the stuff that is required for the next one that's gonna be coming out.
I give it a 9. If you enjoyed the first 2 movies, you're gonna love this movie. It's more of the same. It's more of the Revolution side of it, obviously, but you can tell by the trailers. But it's more of the same. It's more of the characters you want to see, more of the story you want to see. You want to know what happens to these characters, and it's got some crazy surprises if you haven't read the books. So yeah, be ready for those.
If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Like this video, favorite it, share it, like us on Facebook. What is your favorite Jennifer Lawrence role? Shoot that down there, I'm curious. I actually kind of like her in X-Men. It's cool to see like she's like a young, sassy Mystique, and you actually like Mystique before she went all like crazy and killing everybody and everything, naked and blue. And as always, we're letting you know before you go at Brendan Theaters.
Deep breath.
See, that doesn't help me at all. It's like makes me all giggly. Mockingjay, Part 2, 1. Mockingjay, Part 1. Let's talk about that.
You got it right. You said Hunger Games Part 1 Mockingjay. So, okay.
Follow us on Twitter. That way you can chat with me during the shows. Just kidding. Only one person will get that. They're not here. Don't leave that on there because I don't actually. If you want to, go for it. I don't have an actual Twitter to tweet people.
Yeah, I'll put that in right after that.
Right after that.
There you go.